Hey guys, I hope to try to do this short and sweet. I'm going to be posting for 6 days on the countdown to Thursday, the 27th of February, 5 p.m. There's going to be a live global event for 2020. You're not going to want to miss it. And I'm going to put a link there for you to please opt in. All you have to do is enter your email, opt in, and you'll be a part of this global live event. I'm going to do a quick run through on why I got into this and how it's going to impact my future and why I want you to join me in doing this. I'm going to do a quick run through. You ready? All right, me too. This is me at the Bay Club, and this is when I was developing a Pilates program, and there were all the Allegro reformers. This is when Balanced Body first created the group apparatus program. We put it out on the mezzanine and we made that beautiful program work. So once that took place, of course, I had that inner vision, right? We all have this vision inside of us. And I always wondered if I could do this vision in the real, out in the public. And so here's my Pilates studio in Marin, California that I built up to being able to offer it to the public in large group apparatus with premium apparatus. These are the Gratz Pilates tables. I would have, I think, 8 in a class, and then the exo chair. So basically anything that was like high-end luxury but club worthy for groups. That was totally my passion back then. And then this was me at the time. We're just going to do a quick little review. That was me, Jeanette Jones, and those were my beautiful Gratz tables. I was so proud. I had the vision, my heart, everything invested. An obsessive Pilates teacher. And then, of course, let's not forget that I was a masseuse. And being a masseuse, this was called the Red Room, and that was because I loved the Moulin Rouge, and so I did it according to the Red Room. And I was working on offering, high-end boutique services for clients, and I was doing structural body work on these tables, and I worked like a dog. I worked so hard to transform people's bodies. And then as life would have it, this gorgeous studio, the studio was intended to be for conferences and online videos, and upstairs up here, this was all body work. That was intended to be a structural bodywork education center. And then in the front we had cycling, and so it was going to be everything that's popular now. We were doing this back in 2009 is when my vision kind of finally came to a head. That was about 10 years of sitting on that egg and then manifesting it all. It was really intense work. And then life things happen, really crap shit happened. And what I did is I downsized. I took all my apparatus and I moved it in to this live work loft, which turned out to be absolutely beautiful. And I was able to continue to serve while I worked on getting through really tough times in my life. A broken relationship just busted me up. And so this is just another photograph of how I had the tower units installed. My dad always helped me install tower units, and we measured it so that we could do the reformer in between. And all these Allegros are like a Murphy bed, so I could push those up against the wall. I could do reformer only, I could do tower only, and I also had the chairs, and I could just do chair only. It was totally up to me, what day I wanted to program, my services. And after that, I thought, I wonder if I could put Pilates groups, the way I've done it, back into a local gym. And so I worked really hard to try to section out, my dad came and we installed it against the mirror wall. It looked absolutely gorgeous. And I was doing group apparatus, full on group apparatus classes, the same clients, wonderful people in Marin County. I put these walls up because they weren't planning on doing any wall build out. So I put these walls up for a barrier, and then you're going to see in the next photograph, I even went to the level of personally, buying and having a good friend install these beautiful glass walls that were just like, they'd slide open so I could have it open air, and then I could close it. And this way I could enclose my groups. And we did group apparatus classes as usual. That's been my strength all along. And then private lessons were over here. That program ended up I had to pull out of that situation really fast because the manager pretty much announced she didn't like me, and I thought, well, this is a conflict of interest and I'm out. I've already been through hell over here. Why am I going to go through this again? I'm like, forget about it. I'm leaving. So I left and I went over to the Montecito Shopping Plaza and I continued to try to build my vision. And so I did. And there it is again, my decision to do side-by-side reformer apparatus with group wall units with the grots. These are my two favorite systems to help people, do their Pilates, transform their bodies, deepen their stretching, and, their reformer workout. And I really tricked out these tables so that they were very deep and low, kind of like a traditional classical reformer. But for me, I'm a businesswoman, I can buy two of these at the cost of one. Why am I going to supply the public, the community, with super expensive apparatus that I'm funding myself? I'm just a boutique, studio operator. So I'm very pleased with the results that we had. I was there for 3 years in Marin County. And then I started having health issues where becoming 50, having a couple of pinched nerves, having vertigo, I decided to minimize my practice back down to just doing Pilates, private lessons in a system. Funny enough, I loved this color. Oh my God, I wanted this color so badly. But then all of a sudden I wanted red. So now all that is red. Thank you to Vil. He recovered all my stuff. And we're going through this with a purpose. There is a purpose for this. I started reaching a point where all this knowledge and all this passion, I never stopped to say, Jeanette, have you achieved what it is that you want to achieve yet? Have you even achieved it? And I'm like, oh my God, I think I have, right? Like multiple times. But how many times am I going to go in with all my passion and all my resources and all my skills and plow and build another studio? But I couldn't stop. I have this insatiable appetite for repeating the same thing. And I think it's starting to occur to me now what I'm supposed to do after this next lesson. I realized where I'm going to go in the future is I'm going to have to move out of the Bay Area. Rents have tripled. I'm paying, residential as well as my lease, huge 3-year contracts are $75,000. Plus, you've got, tripling rent. And I realized I better have an exit strategy. I better do something somewhere else. So I did go to El Dorado Hills, and I actually thought I had 2 photographs there. But one of them, this is actually how I just did like a miniature version. It turned out to be a gorgeous space. I could have taught here for my entire life. It's half the rent and just as much beautiful space for private lessons and group classes. And what was really where did that come from? Do you see that little sneak attack? All right. So this is how my brain really works right here. I just am like time and my brain and everything has to be like structured. This is just how I work. Okay. This is how my brain works. And right around this time, we started seeing how SpaceX and Elon Musk was launching his, rockets, his SpaceX rockets in, and this is where he pushed the Roadster off. He sent it off into space, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm completely enamored with my own Pilates and my, what I'm doing, but I'm missing out on what's going on in the real world. And so I realized there's something bigger out there, and I want to use my head. And really, when I'm on the internet, this is kind of how I see things here. Professional development, transformation, communication. I'm definitely in holistic health. I'm into self-empowerment, professional self-empowerment, education, coaching, financial education. How did I make it through all this? Definitely learning, critical thinking, courses, workshops. I want to be able to offer courses and workshops on the internet, knowledge sharing, using new technology, education and technology. How do we get all this to merge, and the business strategies? So this is what I have been working on, I would say, for the past 5 years. And then last year, right around this time, I came across this course. We all know Tony Robbins. This is Dean Graziosi, Russell Brunson, and Jenna Kutcher. Once a year, they are doing a live event, and that is coming up in 6 days from now. You guys are going to be hearing from me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what I got to finally do for this last year is exactly what I've always wanted to do, which is journal and study, self-study, professional journaling, self-study, and I built my own Pilates business mastermind course to help Pilates studios recover lost profits. It's an immersion course, and I'm going to offer this course on the internet. I haven't been doing it because, one, I've been building it. It is a lot of work, but it's what I want to do. I'm 50 years old. I want to be able to do something with all this knowledge that I've gained over all this time. I have this earn full market value for Pilates high-end services and retain clients, the online training for the 2020 boutique fitness industry. And it's for the Pilates 5-star service experience provider. It's taken a lot of study, a lot of reading, and also, of course, I took the Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi course. Of course I took that. And I'm off to doing what I wanted to do, which was to build my own journal. And so this is the Pilates Boutique Mastermind 2020, the Pilates 5-star business mastery, comprehensive business development, professional journaling. It's a course. It's an online course. And this is the companion to this. This is exactly what I wanted to be doing, but I couldn't just do this by myself. I needed to be able to extract knowledge. And so here is the main knowledge extraction, my knowledge extraction that came. That's not the one. PBM, that's not the one. Let's close that. Okay, there it is. Oh, it was right where I left it. Okay, I skipped it. All right, here it is. My extracted knowledge is a culmination of, oh, is this right? Nope. Here it is. I had these out of order. My apologies. I tried to have them in order, but hopefully you're still with me. The mastermind notes that I took, here it is. All the notes that I took from the course, 16,913 words. So that's about 50 pages of my own extracted knowledge, and now it's there for me. And that's exactly what I wanted, was to do my own, what I kind of call that magnum opus, or that just culmination of all the work that I've ever done, where my heart's at, where my vision is at, what I started. Did I finish it? Did I attain that vision? And what did I gain from all of that? So what I gained from all of that, that is for myself. And now I've brought it down into this Pilates 5-star fitness service experience training for other teachers. They don't have to read 16,000 words. That was for me. But yeah, I'm working on my mastermind, and here comes what's coming up for everybody. Let's see if I can open this up. We might end up getting it twice. Cool. So it's short and sweet. We've got Tony Robbins, we've got Dean Graziosi, and their staff, their amazing staff. They are going to be doing this Thursday, February the 27th, 2020 at 5:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And what else is going to happen? This is your moment to take your personal life experience, take what's inside of you, and apply it inside of a course that's designed to extract your best knowledge and put it into your own format. You don't have to sell it online, but there is a beautiful software that is designed to contain your information and disseminate it out to your peers, to your contacts, to people who want to learn from you. And this way we can come out of, just think of how much it has cost me over the years to run these massive programs my one small, no, my program that I bought that I've been working on the last year, that's pulled the 25 years of everything that I've done, or 30 years. This one piece of equipment is $2,700. The replacement now, if I wanted to get a new one now, is somewhere around $3,200. And that's for the fitness-based one. Okay, that used to be like around $1,900. So if I'm willing to buy 8 of those, and then 8 of these, and then 8 of those, and this entire facility, you know, and then run this my entire career and teach all the people that come into here, I think I should be able to do one self-improvement course that actually gets me, you know, my heart and soul, you know, revved up in a way that also lets me have my content on my computer. So now I get to go back and review, you know, 50 pages of my own life story and then decide what I want to do with that. I either just keep it for myself, but what I actually wanted to do is roll that information into a really great program for Pilates teachers or fitness teachers or massage therapists, anybody in the service-based industry, to really grow their product and really be able to make it in the economy of 2020, because this economy is not a joke. And I will try not to go too deep into that, but I hope you enjoyed this. I do hope you sign in, please. Reserve your seat now for what is going to be the online live global event for 2020. You'll want to attend that, and I'm going to put this out for definitely the next 6 days. You guys are going to see me on the internet. All right. Look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Sign up.